So I was talking to a colleague recently, and she told me how she was almost crippled from sitting down a lot. Like she's a senior colleague, and I was really amazed. I'm like, are you being? I mean, I know sitting down has its effect. I could remember one time on Twitter, or rather on X, somebody tweeted that sitting down is the new smoking, right? Yeah. So I think now that I'm linking it, it's making more sense as to how bad sitting down for long hours um can be, or is rather. I now understand people in the office that are always moving around, going from one place to another, greeting people. I mean, I understand now. Thank you. So to today's episode, we're going to be talking about something that is very important to me. I think every time I say this, well, let's just continue. We are currently in a world where everything, or rather, something is always going on, something is always being said, something is always happening. So it's a bit difficult. It's a bit hard to just listen. I'm going to use two analogies that I really do like, or I'm going to say two things that I really do resonate with. So there was a training we had at work in March, and in this training we had a particular training about, I think it was emotional intelligence. So the man was like, have a partner and let your partner talk to you and just listen. Drop your phones, get every distraction out of the way, and just listen. Now, when my partner was talking to me, she was talking to me about a trip she had. And honestly, I found it very hard to listen because she was talking to me and I wanted to ask like a million questions at once. Now, mind you, this was even up to 60 seconds. So she wasn't even talking to me for a minute yet. And my head thought about like 500 questions to ask her. And while my head was still thinking about questions to ask her, my mind started wandering. Yes, so that was not listening. I wasn't listening to her. She was talking to me, but I wasn't listening to her. Another analogy I like is, as a Christian, we are being taught to get to a point in our relationship with God where we hear his voice, all right? And the only way to hear God's voice is listening. Like, if you are not a keen listener, you would miss it. You would miss it because there's a lot of hustle and bustle in the world. If your inner man, like how we call it the spirit, if your spirit man is not quiet, you're going to miss it big time. And that's when in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about a generation that never listens. And I know that this is something that everybody can resonate with. I can resonate with it a lot. There were so many times I had issues with my mom because I just wouldn't listen to her talk. I wanted to be defensive. I wanted to make my point known, make my voice heard. Yeah, sometimes let your voice not be heard. Sometimes just shut up and listen. Now, this is basically to the people that do not listen, one night I had got to bed early and I got a call from my partner. He just, I'd got to bed. Yeah, I got to bed early and he called me and he was like, are you up? And I was like, I mean, he's my partner. I make a whole, like, I'd literally deny myself a little bit of sleep if he did need to talk. So I was like, you know what? I could stay up for a little bit more. What's up? So I come online and they were talking and he's ranting. He's telling me his concerns. He's telling me what he's worried about. He's giving me opinion. He's telling me this. He's telling me that. Now when he was done ranting, guess what I did? I gave my opinion. I tried to help him. I started advising him. Mind you, I have there's this quote I saw one time on Twitter, sorry, on X, where it was like, sometimes when people complain to you, after they're done complaining, after they're done ranting, always ask, how can I be of help right now? Do you need my advice? Do you need me to rant with you? Do you need me to give you an advice? Do you need me just to be quiet and love you and believe that you're going to be out of this? I literally forgot that quote. I did the clowners thing. I sent at least like 3 hours paragraphs. Now you know that thing that WhatsApp does, show more. I had like 3 show mores. It was funny because his response after that was, "Babe, I did not need an advice. I just wanted you to listen." So, in other words, he didn't want me to tell him, "Oh, this will be fine." He didn't want me to tell him, "Oh, I've experienced this." He didn't want me to tell him, "Oh, I pray for you." He just wanted me to listen. And currently, he wanted me to ask, "How can I be of help? How can I be of assistance? Do you want me to just listen? Do you want me to rant with you? What do you want?" After that event, after that occurred, I hated myself so much. Because I can remember, I just wanted everything to be fine. I hated myself. I didn't hate myself. Let me correct that. I hated how I responded to his issue, to his pain. Everybody in a relationship, all you want is your relationship to be better. And one thing that I learned was to always, like after that day, I always ask, "How do you want me to help you? You know, how best can I help you? How best can I listen? How best can I respond to this that you feel that you've been heard, that I listened to you?" We belong to a generation that has an opinion on everything. This I have come to realize it's not healthy. People should be given the right to speak, to rant, and to be understood. I always say to love and to be loved, to understand and to be understood. To be understood means to know how to help, to know in what way to help, to know when to help. If you're considering why, it's very simple. You have to have a full understanding of what people's desires are. You might be saying, "Yeah, Sade, but why do I have to understand people? Why can't I just give my opinion? I mean, I already have my opinion on something. Why can't I just pour it out?" It's because we are different people. We handle things differently. We interpret things differently. We understand things differently. I want to love you, but I need to know how you want to be loved. All right. I want to listen to you. I want to help you, but I need to know, how can I help you? A whole lot of us have on our CVs or whatever on our LinkedIn, effective listening. Do you know the meaning of effective listening? Effective listening is ability to tune out everything in your head, turn off every physical distraction, and just be in the moment with a person. And I can tell you for a fact that most of us, if not every one of us, we have an issue doing this. I mean, you're talking to somebody and like, "Oh shit, something is going on in your head about a movie you saw, the food you ate, something that someone did to you." Or worse of, somebody is ranting to you, being so bare with you, and you're judging the person in your head. So it's a whole lot of things. It's a whole lot of learning. You have to learn to be able to listen to people. Now, I penned down some ideas on how to listen effectively. They're not much, and I think this is something that we've all heard at one point or another, but I'm going to put it this way. So I have 3 points here, and it's be completely sold out. In doing this, you have to cut off every form of distraction. You have to drop your phone, you have to turn off the radio, you have to turn off the TV, you even have to shut your mind, in the sense that there is literally no thoughts coming in at that moment, because you need to clear the room, you need to clear the space to listen. And as much as I hate the next one, you need to stop eating. You need to stop doing anything that seems like a distraction to the person that is talking to you at that time. Let the person let the person not only know that he or she is being heard, but that he or she is being understood. Let the person also know that, "Oh, this person is listening to me." Oh my days, I don't know what goes on in the heads of therapists, but have you seen how therapists listen to their patients with so much intensity, with so much understanding, with so much love, with so much passion? Like, they literally look into your eyes, they literally stare at you, they make you feel at home. That's what I'm talking about. Now, it's an extra step further. It's an extra step to actually tune out whatever goes on in your head. Like I said, I don't know what goes on in their head. I don't even know if anything goes on in their head. But it's important to tune out the thoughts, the imaginations that will rise up in your head. All right. Another point I have here is ask them, always ask, how can I help you? When they're done talking, when you're sure that they are done talking, always ask, how can I really help you now? Did you come to just rant? Did you come so that I would provide a solution? Did you come so that I could share personal experiences so that you don't feel alone? How do you want me to help you right now? I could tell you, see, I might be the kind of person that wants solutions. Other times, I just rant because I just rant. There's so many times I'll call up my siblings, I'll call up my friends, I'll call up my partner, and I'll say, see, I just want to rant. I do this a lot with my sister and my partner. I just call them up. See, I don't want any advice. I just want to rant. Mine is, I always tell you from the beginning what I want. If I want you to find a solution, I tell you, okay, I need your help. We need to get a solution on this, 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 this. But other people might just come and share personal experiences with you. I know that a very common one is when somebody's trying to, or somebody tells you about how the loss of their father, their mother, their family, someone dear to their heart affected them. And you think it's just right for you at that moment, at that time, to talk about how the death of your own mother or your own father affected you. Oh, well, now, it doesn't make sense. You need to know, why is this person telling me this now? What solution can I offer? Always ask, how can I help you? How can I make you feel better? All right, that's just a way. That's just the way. And the last point is, just be kind. If someone comes bare before you, they don't want to be judged. Somebody comes to tell you how she committed abortion, how she stole something, how she feels guilty about something. They're not coming to you to judge them. They've already done that by themselves. They've already judged themselves. They've already hated themselves. They've already probably been near suicide point. Now they're coming to you. Ask again. Second point, how can I help you, baby? Do you want someone that will rant? Do you want me to share my personal experiences? Do you also want to get a solution? Or do you want me to be plain blunt with you? Especially when you have your friends come to you and tell you how their partner is pressing their mumu button, they're in an abusive relationship. See, this is not what you need right now. How do you want me to help you? Do you want me to tell you the truth? Do you want me to rant? I mean, I'm not having experiences, but do you want what you want? Always ask. Don't assume people come to you all the time for solution. Don't assume people come to you all the time to hear about how it's happened to you, but in a worse state. See, this life, problems are not competition. You hear it a whole lot. You see on Twitter, somebody will tweet, oh my days, you see on X, somebody will X how she lost her father. And somebody will come in the comment section and start telling you, oh, me, when I lost my own father, oh, I wish this. I can remember one time a girl went to X and she said, I think she was ranting about her father, how her father did something that she didn't like. And somebody came another tweet, another X. Please leave me another tweet and said, you don't know what you have. You are busy. I'm like, how can you help her? She's ranting because her father did something. If you don't want to talk to her to address the issue, to help her to find a solution, to rant, to whatever, don't come and bring your personal issue. Honestly, in the long run, not in the long run, but people that come to rant to you, deeply, they don't care about your personal issues at that time. At that time, it may seem selfish, but you have to understand that this person that came to you is also going through his or her own baggage, luggage, saggage. I don't know if the last one I said, dude. All right. So I really do hope that today's episode has opened your eyes to things that you haven't seen before. If you were not listening before, if you were the type to always jump into conclusion, bring it down a notch. All right. Listen, and always listen. Effectively listen to people. Be completely sold out when they're talking to you. Give them your full attention. Always ask, how can I help you? And always be very kind. Trust me, once you start doing all these things, you will feel a certain kind of peace and you would know, you would literally love yourself. because you're not going to go back home and be like, ah, I wish I had said this, I wish I had done this. Because why? This is what this person needed. I don't want your advice. I want you to rant. I want you to tell me how I'm not stupid, how this has happened to you. Oh, I don't want you to tell me how this has happened to you. I just want you to give me an advice. I want to find a solution. Always ask questions when people are done ranting to you. I hope that with these very few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that listening effectively is never ever underrated. If you loved today's episode, please don't forget to share with your friends and your family. Share with your neighbors and your partners. Share with your security men and your... Lord, I don't know what other one. But remember, this podcast is solely sold out to ensure that we are constantly helping you. We are constantly being a friend, a virtual friend. And don't forget that you can always reach out to me on Instagram or on Twitter. And if you want to do that, always go on go on my Instagram, the 2016 podcast, and visit my Disha page. You have access to my contact information. I always look forward to hear from you. Remember, guys, I love you all. I'm wishing you long life, peace, and prosperity. And I do pray that the Lord God grants us longevity and effective listening skills. Bye, everyone. I love you so much.